Hey there, it's Montine Portis here, and we are in the studio. Our guest today is Mr. Bill West. So let me tell you a little bit about Bill. Bill West is with Tri-State Communications, a North Georgia media company that owns radio stations, produces magazines, and is soon to launch a product to support businesses in their digital advertising. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So I asked you when you came in, how long have you actually been in this space?
Well, I've been doing media, advertising, and involved with radio stations and TV stations and concerts and all kind of things since I was 16 years old.
Wow.
So well over 40 years.
That's a long time. So you have a ton of experience in media and advertising. What has changed in 40 years?
Really, not a lot.
Okay.
If you really look at it, still the basics are the same. You got to talk to people, and you got to talk to them multiple times, and you got to talk to the right people. And we had this old adage a long time ago: what you say times how many times you say it. The only thing that matters in advertising today is what you say times how many times you say it. In other words, you got to have a good message. You got to have the right message. If you can broadcast it 1,000 times or buy 1,000 newspaper ads, but if you're not saying the right thing, it's not going to work, or it's not going to work the way you want it to work. Secondly, you got to say it enough times how many times you say it. So
Yes.
You can't buy one ad somewhere, whether it be on radio, newspaper, magazine, and expect great results.
I need to have him almost repeat that again. It's the frequency and being consistent.
Right, frequency and copy,
Yes.
what you say times how many times you say it. So, or you can buy 1,000 ads and have the wrong copy. It's just not going to work. So there's two main elements, and that's not changed in 40, 50 years. That's still the same as it ever was. No matter if you're doing today digital advertising or if you're doing specialty magazines that we do a lot of. You know, I try not to involve people with one magazine ad. It's just, it's malpractice on my part.
It's malpractice. So we talked about specialty advertising. Is print advertising dead?
No, I don't think so. All advertising has its place. No matter how many new ones come along, and some come and go, but newspapers are suffering.
Yes.
Tremendously, but they still have their place. They're not the mammoth being that they used to be, that you could run one ad in the newspaper and it would reach these 500,000 people. That just doesn't happen anymore. I'll tell you, the publications, though, the printed word that is rising is specialty publications. General magazines are way down. Newspapers are way down. But specialty publications with local information in them are really doing well. We happen to have a couple, and people would say, oh, he says that. But no, nationally the figures show that. Because we live in these big suburbs like we do, and we want information, and we don't get it from the media that covers the whole Atlanta area. But if I can get something that talks about Roswell, that talks about Alpharetta, that talks about Cherokee County, I'm going to read that, and it's presented in a good form like a specialty magazine, you're going to do it.
Well, let's wrap it up. Should local companies and businesses consider digital advertising? 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Well, here's digital advertising. It's like chasing a squirrel across the room. You may catch it today, but it's going to get loose and keep going. It's very hard to pinpoint. You have to have professional help almost if you're going to do digital advertising, because somebody has to keep up with the changes, and it changes monthly. Just last week, Facebook changed their algorithms.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
changed monthly. Talk about daily.
So again, it's like chasing a squirrel around the room, but it is valuable, and tons of people should use it, and tons of people are using social media and digital advertising.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Bill West, again with Tri-State Communications. Bill, thanks for being a guest in the studio. If you would like to be a guest in the studio, all of our information is right here on the screen, and we'd love to have you in. Go and check out Mr. Bill West's information there. All of his contact information is right there on the screen, and I'm sure that he would love to speak with you.